So what is your family's deepest, darkest secret? Not really a secret, but my grandfather never talked about it until he was 80 years old, and was crying and shaking while telling us the story. But he insisted on telling us so we would know. He was living in a small village in France in a rural family. It was very quiet, in the middle of nowhere. But in a winter day of 1943, armed German Nazis came into the village early in the morning and gathered every single inhabitant and aligned them in front of a wall at sunrise. My grandpa was 6 years old at the time and was put in front of the wall too with his family. The Nazis suspected the villagers to hide resistance in the houses, so they started to search every single house, while pointing guns at the villagers in front of the wall, who were all terrified and freezing. The main officer started screaming at the villagers, and my grandpa remembers what he said in his German accent. "Where are the resistance? Where did you hide them? Tell us. We gonna kill you all right here." He was repeating this over and over, while looking very threatening. There was no resistance in the village. The ones that were housed in the village left weeks before. The villagers didn't say anything. They were certain they were gonna be killed anyway. The moms started to ask their children to be spared. But the Germans didn't listen. They kept threatening the villagers as they were searching the entire place. The wait lasted for hours, with some soldiers standing still in front of the raw villagers while others were still searching. When the search ended, the soldiers came back with some loot but clearly didn't find any sign of the resistance. The main officer told the villagers that he was keeping an eye on them and decided to leave without killing anyone that day. But the Germans took a young woman with them before leaving, who was unrelated to my grandfather. The villagers never saw or heard about this woman again. My grandfather was left traumatized after this event and never wanted to forgive Germany for the war. He always remained hateful towards Germans. But after hearing his story we could finally understand why.